Hello and welcome, Pixels25 Games is here, and today I want to present you the second part of the modeling process of the Hey card tutorial here. This is an uncut video tutorial and I will show you the whole process. This time or today I want to model the wheel. I will create one wheel and will duplicate it to the other sides as well with modifiers, and I will create and model as well the top part of this Hey card here. Please keep in mind that this is created in Blender 2.8 beta, so this version is from 2nd July 2019. This is still in beta and it is not a finished released product yet. This video is recorded with the video editing tool Camtasia 2019 from TechSmith. If you're searching for a good video recording program, then try Camtasia. I'm absolutely fine with this and I love it as well working with it. But now let's start with the tutorial. The last time we stopped here, so we created the basement of this Hey card here. If we are switching to the side view, you see that we have just created here the basement. So this is the first wooden area here, and as well here the axles for the Hey card. But we haven't created, any wheels or the top part here. And as well I have assigned the image planes there. So we have the bottom view and the side view. We don't need any top view or front view because I told you already last time that I'm fine with those views. So if you giving the concept to a 3D modeler and it is not you, then it would be recommended that you draw 4 or more sides, so not just the bottom and the side view. But don't talk too much, let's start with the wheel. And when I'm looking at it, then probably I will okay, I have here my whip folder. You see this, there are all my cubes, and I haven't give them a proper name, so the naming convention is pretty bad so far, but you see that I've used some modifiers there, and this is still a work in progress group, and I want to start as well this wheel here as a work in progress object. First of all, let's look at the base shape of this wheel. How can we describe this? So I would start to create a cylinder because we have here a round shape and there's a second circle in there, and the side should be sharp. So there we have sharp edges and we have the thickness here. And this should be okay with a cylinder, and this is pretty simple form, so always keep in mind which kind of base shape is this and how can we create this very easily. So our 3D cursor is currently at this position. This is basically fine, but maybe I want to place this 3D cursor somewhere here for now, because it is easier to place perfectly an object to a special position if you move the 3D cursor. So currently press N. Let's check this out. The 3D cursor have currently this position here, and we want to move the 3D cursor exactly this position. So I invert this now, and then we have two possibilities to merge those vertices to the center so that I can bring the 3D cursor to this vertex. The first thing is we switch to vertex selection mode and make a right click and say merge vertices at center, or we just hit Alt M and call up the merge menu and now merge at center, and now we have here the vertex directly in the center of this face of this axle. Okay, so the next step is we need to bring the 3D cursor from here to this position. Very easy, just make again a right click and say snap vertex cursor to selected. Bam, and it is here. Very easy. Now we can deselect this object here, and every new created 3D object will be now starting here with the origin here. So Shift A, and I will create a cylinder. It's a little bit too big, so I will switch now to we have here the menu, and I want to rotate this little thing here, and it should be rotated on the epsilon axis to 90 degrees. Yes, and the depth should be not that big, so let's make it smaller. I will call up the bottom menu, and okay, we see that this depth is pretty okay. Let's locate it a little more to the position where it belongs to. So just slide it on the X location, and the depth, yeah, maybe again just 21. This should be fine, and the radius is very perfect basically. So yep, it's pretty good. This is luck. Luckily me, so otherwise we can switch here the radius as well. Okay, the vertices for a low poly mesh is a little bit too much, so I will just slide this. I guess 12 would be an okay-ish vertex count. Yeah, 12 for this is fine, I guess. Maybe 14, I don't know. 14 is as well pretty good. It's not too high poly. It looks good. All right. The next step, so we are done here currently. So the next step is I go to edit mode. So now this window is disappearing. Go to edge selection mode, and I will just subdivide this one. Or just Control R. So to add an edge loop, and escape. So it is exactly in the middle, and because I'm doing this because we need to delete the left position here at a moment. We don't need this here, so delete this, because we just model 1/2 of this wheel, and we'll duplicate the rest to the other position, and then this is exactly the same structure, 3D structure. Okay, go to front view, and I have selected the front face of this cylinder, and we see we need to bring in this a little bit, so I just press E or I, yep, and till we get a proper size here. Looks as well pretty nice so far, and now I just extrude this and push it to the inside, and we need to snap this now. Snap, so I can activate it here, or shift tabulator. I can as well enable and disable it, And very important is snap to vertices, because we will now snap to this vertex, so it is exactly the same position, the same X position, and we don't need this here anymore, and just delete it. So this can be mirrored to the epsilon direction, to the X direction, and we have then a perfect wheel. But this is just one part. This is the outer ring here. We have as well the inner part, and I will create this one next. So just create another cylinder and rotate it to 90 degrees, so it is directly again like this wheel. And we need to push this inside as well later, somewhere here, I guess. Need to check this later. Very important is that the vertices are too high for this little wheel here, so we will go with 10 or 8 vertices, I guess. This is absolutely fine for this. Or we go with 6. Like it is before here. I guess I will go with 6 because the rest has the same amount of detail. Yep. And go to edit mode and call up or bring in here another edge loop and delete the left side. And I will just pull it in here, so this is exactly at this position. Well, as well working. And it's there's a nice progress. We just need the spokes here. This is the only thing we need to do now. So this is as well very simple. This is as well very simple. We are creating a new cube, and this is a little bit too big, so make it smaller. The size is way too big. The only thing is, I think those spokes are the size or the depth is okay. And now I need to bring it to this position here. Go to edit mode. Go to face selection mode. And pull it down. Is this okay? So okay. Isolate it. Go to edit mode. Oops. Bring in another edge loop. Sorry. Delete this one first and bring it exactly to the middle. And now I want to make this bigger. So yes, like this. And bring this down. So far so good. So I don't need this face here anymore. This is unnecessary. Basically, this shouldn't be needed here as well. So this is fine. And what we need to do now is just add another modifier, and we were using the mirror modifier, which is actually here. And it's actually working correctly, like it should. So this is fine. The only thing is, I think it's a little bit too big. So yeah, this is better. Yep. Okay, so we can apply this modifier because I like the result. The only thing is we don't need this here anymore because now it's perfectly placed and the origin is perfectly here in the middle. This is as well very important, and I want to create here an seam because when we are unfolding this is very important. When we unfold this is already done, and so we are using a modifier for this one here, so so that we can place our spoke around the wheel. So to do this, I'm using the array modifier, and we are wanting a constant offset and not a relative offset. And we need an empty object which is helping us to move this along this wheel here. So I need to object offset, but currently this is nothing is here so far which can be taken for this offset. So I selecting this midpoint axle here and bring the cursor to active. So this is exactly in the origin, and now I'm selecting a new object, or it's called an empty object, plain access. So this is fine, and I need to give this empty object a name now. Axle rotation, or it's something like this, and I will select this axle rotation now where it is. So bam, currently nothing happened, and when I give it 14, then I need to rotate this along the epsilon axis. So this will be interesting now. So rotating this along the epsilon axis, I would say 20%. Okay, this is the wrong one. We need the X. So yeah, this looks pretty good. Do we have two less? 20, 25. So I'm not sure about this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So if you're not sure, just find the correct value. So we have 36 degrees and we need to 25.7. Interesting. 25.7. So now it is perfect, and we have correctly the amount of spokes, but it's not our concept currently. So if we are watching our concept, this is a little bit too much. This is really a little bit too much. So So, okay, need to activate my image planes again. Yep. So we have here less. And I think those spokes are too many. I don't like it currently. So let's just take 4, 8, 12. 12 would be a better amount. So, okay. And let's rotate the empty object to 30%. And I guess this looks now much better. And yeah, I like this amount much more than it was before. What do you think about this? I think it's pretty okay. Yep. So this was pretty easy. This was maybe it wasn't too easy, but yeah. We just create here again a mirror modifier. This mirror modifier should be placed to a mirror to the X position. Maybe I need to apply the rotation so that this is now working. Yep, because we rotated our cylinder before. And the same is here. We have here an epsilon value at the rotation. So just apply the rotation and then add this mirror modifier and everything's fine. This is fine. So we have our wheel and this looks pretty good to our hey card so far. I think we should apply the modifiers for those things here. The only thing is when I'm watching this, we have here the iron on the outer side and we have the wooden thing in the inner part. So probably it would be interesting to just add here another edge ring, which should be symbolize the iron, and the outer part is the wood or the inner part. Mark seam. So the same is on the other side, and this should be working now. But now this modifier is okay and I can apply it. So this edge can be removed because everything is fine. The mirror modifier did that job. This here as well, we don't need this here anymore. The only thing is we need to find an edge cut or an cut here, mark seam. So because this is currently connected, but now we can unfold this in a very nice way. And if I select this right now and then wrap it, you see it's not perfect because there's the unfold process is not perfectly because we have here some disturbing elements, so this is not perfect. But we will care about this later. So far I'm happy with this one and this is fine. So the next thing is we need to bring the origin to the 0 point so that we can mirror this to the other side. So you notice this process of this here. So we have here as well first the array modifier and next the mirror modifier, and we need to do the same with this thing here. So we just want to bring this first with the array modifier, but how can we do this? Here is as well the origin at the 0 position of the X direction, and we need to do the same with this one here. Whereas our 3D cursor, I want to snap the 3D cursor to active, so now it is here. When I'm selecting this, I can now bring the origin to the 3D cursor as well. So set origin to 3D cursor, bam, and now it is there. And now I want to apply rotation and scale. And if I now add another mirror modifier, this will be exactly the other position here. So the origin is a very important thing of an object. And the array modifier is still here, and if I move this now to the epsilon direction maybe, then we will get exactly this result on the back side here. And I will disable this one so far, and need to find the correct position of this one. Maybe 2, 3, 5. No, this is too much. So this value is completely fine, 2, 3, 2, and I need to do the same again with this one here, but first I need to select this. First I need to select this one and check out our modifier here, but everything is fitting nicely, so there is nothing which is standing out of our mesh. Basically there's a very slightly problem maybe, so I will select this one, this faces here, and bring it in just a little bit so that everything is better now. Okay, and here we have the same problem. We need we need to bring this in, but we don't need too much space here. So looks good so far. The UV layout is already done. Yep, and I can now apply this, and all of these spokes have the same UV layout, but they are overlapping up. So I want to bring now the spokes to the other sides as well, but we need to apply this modifier now so that we can modify the origin, because currently it was working with this here, but we don't need this anymore. But the modifier is already accepted. So just go here to right click, set origin, and go to 3D cursor. Now it is there, and we can start again the same procedure than before. We have here as first the array modifier, and next the mirror modifier to the other side, and now just the array modifier, bring this to 2.32 or something like this, and try to find a proper position to 6. Yep, something like this. Looks good. Maybe a little bit too much, so I go to 269. Yep. Okay, and here as well. This one need to be somewhere here. So set origin to 3D cursor. I need to apply first here this modifier, the mirror modifier, and tidy up the structure. If I do everything correctly. First edit mode, then the face selection, the edge selection mode. Bam, don't need this here anymore. But I will care about UV layout later, not now. And bring the origin to the 3D cursor and add first the array modifier and then the mirror modifier, and then I will move this little thing here somewhere to this position here. But this is currently not correct. We need just bring this to 0. And I guess this is here as well wrong. We need to bring this here as well to 0. And this here as well. Forgot this little important thing here. And currently we are not exactly at center. So I try to find a nice position. 2.5 or 2.6 looks good, and this here looks good as well. So, and we created now our very interesting wheel, and we can just move this and everything is moving or changing as well. If I add here now anything, it depends what we want to do, for example this one here, and extrude this, then every other wheel will change as well. But we don't will do this currently. So if I make or create now the UV layout, then every wheel is as well unfolded like our first wheel. And this is very important because I don't want to do work twice. Don't want to do this, so it's very unnecessary. And all those spokes share the same UV space at the moment. And this is as well very important. We don't need a very different texture. That it's just wood, so it's not very something special. Anyway, we need to find now we will create now the upper part of this here. So this is very simple, and I will show you now the concept. And the concept is, okay, write this slowly. The concept say that we have this angle here, and this wooden walls should be within special angle, so that there's more space inside here. Okay. How we gonna start with this one here? Basically, I duplicated this thing here, or is it duplicated? No. So duplicate it and escape, so it is again at the same position. Go to edit mode, select everything so the origin stays here, and move it. And now I want to rotate this along the epsilon axis. Rotate epsilon 90 degrees, or rotate epsilon minus 90 degrees. We will see. Probably 90 is too much, so rotate epsilon minus 45 degrees. This is basically a nice angle, and I will just move this somewhere here. I think this is basically a nice thing, but it is way too low. We need to make this way bigger. And to do this, I go to front view again and rotate this a little bit more. And I will bring this here, maybe like this. And if I'm watching this from the top view, we have very much space to the front, to the top. So again, can move it to this direction, or with Alt to the other direction. And this will be now interesting. This is very high. So just to show you, if you select this face and press double G, then you can slide your face along the edges, but you can't slide to the minus direction. So you can't slide more than this, but you can do it by pressing Alt. So you are moving the face always along this angle here, and this is very important. So I go, for example, to top view or to bottom view, whatever, and press double G and Alt. So you're moving it along this until it fits to your concept. And yes, now this is much more better, but this is basically still too less. Now you see that there is a mistake. So basically the top view or the bottom view show this thing, but the side view show this thing. And now you need to make a decision. What is better? Do you want to have this height, or do you want to have this one? If I make this now longer, this gets much more broader. So you have a very tall hay cart, or you wanna have a lower angle, then this can be different as well. Let's check out again the front view. I go to edit mode, and probably I will rotate it a little bit more, bring it somewhere here, and side view, and make it bigger like this. So this is now bigger, and now you have the perfect height like the concept. And maybe you can still, you have to do this in edit mode, sorry, and select everything. And you can maybe bring as well more bigger angle to this, something like this. So yep, looks okay to me. The only thing is we want to have here another thing which is this top part here, and I will just extrude this. So we have this now, and go to the side view, extrude, again, select this one, extrude, till this is fine. And you have the same on the other side, very cool. And maybe you want to have here as well some detail, and maybe here as well by extruding this here as well. Nice. And yes, this is basically this is the basement of the upper part. But we have here more detail, and we need here as well a nice little addition from the wheels to this part. So this is some stabilization, that this is not that this is functionally working. Technically functionally working. Is this correct? I don't know. But very important as well. But before I will do this, I like to tidy up this geometry a little bit, because yeah, this doesn't look very tasty so far. So go to edit mode, go to edge selection mode, and just remove those. We don't need this here anymore, and yeah, I like it if it is clean. So bam, now this is much more better. Or for example this one here as well. I don't we can select those three edges, so this one, and this one, and just move it here. The same on this side here, this, and this one, and move this along to this position. So looks okay to me. This is much more better when this is clean, and the only thing is we need to bring there a face, because this is currently open, and just press F to fill this one, so it is as well a closed object. This wasn't before like this, because yeah, we see there's the mirror modifier, and it was a little bit different. Anyway, okay, now I want to think about the fact that we need those little wooden things here. So you know, this element here, which is going from the wheel to the top part here, and basically yeah, there's nothing special behind this. I go again, maybe select this one, go to edit mode, select this vertex here, and again snap cursor to active. Then create a new object, maybe it should be a cube, and this cube is currently where? It was again in the wrong collection. Perfect. Anyway, front view, and this cube here should be bigger. So let's make it bigger. Probably, probably not that big. And probably I will move it slightly inside there. So go to edit mode and and move it. I think this is fine. Then I will extrude again, but escape to snap back to the start point, and now I can scale and scale it till it fits a proper size, and now extrude again and have a better thing or a better radius to this one. But this is now weird. This first thing here is made of iron, and the second part will be created as wood. But we need to find as well a proper angle as well for this one. So this is the first step to create the object in a nice way. And now I go to side view. The origin is again here, and I can just rotate this and bring it somewhere to this position, I guess. Yeah, looks good. And there's now a nice connection from the wheel, yes, to the top part, and I like it. Again, here origin, okay, sorry, this is wrong, so I will need to snap to active. I don't want to remove the origin here. Okay, here as well. Set origin to 3D cursor and apply here as well rotation and scale, and now the mirror modifier to the other side, and I want to add as well the array modifier, which should be actually not working to this direction. We want to have this to 0 and just move it on this side here. Okay, 22 probably. 22.1. Is this correct now? It is basically pretty good. I think 22 is, oh no, 22.1. Looks good, or we have now a good progress, and we are still not finished with this one here. This is bad. I thought I will be faster in this episode. So we have still here this elements, and we want to create as well those wooden blankets there on the side. This should be as well an element of this 3D prop. I will grade them, and this will be the last thing, I guess, in this episode, and the next one will be finishing those little tiny elements there and tidy up everything, the structure, and starting with the UV layout. So let me check this out. The dog is running around, so good morning. Hello. Say hello. Say hello. Hello, dog dog. Good morning. He was sleeping till now. Hey, Melon. Yes. But let's continue here. I want to duplicate this and select everything, move it, and yeah, we don't need everything here, so this is, we will delete everything which is not needed. Face, and this can be as well deleted, and the only thing is we will move this to this position. Again, check out where we are here, move it somewhere to this, and just bring this in. Yes, looks good. Now bring this in, and I guess if I go now to the isolated selection, we can delete this face here, we don't need this, and nope, select everything. I will bring this down and select those two edges here and connect this with the F button, and let's think about this again. I will, should I move this or not? I'm not sure. But we have the same as well here. But I don't like the thickness of this one. So go to face selection and bring this in a little bit. I prefer this. This shouldn't be too heavy. This is not a heavy blanket here. Okay. Rotation and scale is okay. Now we are adding again an array modifier, but not to this direction. We wanna have this to 0 and bring this to again to the epsilon direction, but we need to find as well the concept. And now yes, we wanna 1 2 3 4 5, so 1 2 3 4 5, and find a nice array. So this is okay. Yep. So we have now the same distance and this looks pretty okay. Probably we want to have as well a very close or similar distance here, so then maybe this should be working better. Yes. Okay. And the same is on the other side. So this is the work for today, and I'm pretty happy with the result. And in the background my doggo is running around. Sorry for that. He just woke up. And we will continue with this prop in the next episode, so there are some details and some tidy up the mesh geometry. The next episode I will start with the UV layout and maybe, I'm not sure, we'll start to assign the first materials, and yeah, there will be much more later because I want to bake the so I will assign tileable textures and bake everything to a unique texture and add some details later, and so on. So there's still much work to do. This is not the end of this tutorial series. So thank you very much for watching, and if you like this tutorial series, just give us a like or check out our other videos on our channel here and subscribe to our YouTube channel, and hopefully I will see you in the next episode. Till the next time, cheers!